Okay, we are in the Essential Elements Book 1, this book here, and we are looking at daily warm-ups on page 30, and we are looking at exercise 154 and 155, all right? And as you can remember from lessons previous to this, the low to high at 154, if you'll look in your book, I'm not going to put it up on the screen here, you're simply using the same fingerings for the low note and the high note, but you're pressing the register key, all right? At the same time that your thumb is holding, is over the hole here, all right? The thumb hole, the F hole. So you want to make sure that you just barely touch that, okay? You don't have to do this, all right? So the first note, we'll get on with it. First note is a low G, all right? And we are going to depress the register key to get the next note, which is D. And it'll be played like this in one stream of air, okay? Everything's slurred. Okay, you want to keep this nice and tight. All right, corners tight, chin pulled down so that we're not playing flat. All right, first two measures. Okay, so you're going to tongue the first note, slur up to the second note, and tongue the third note. And you'll just continue going up the scale. The next sequence will be A, then B flat, then B natural, then finally C. So we're going to do the same process for the other notes as we did for the first two, all right? So let me set a metronome, maybe, I don't know, maybe about 90, and we'll just play through this. Feel free to play along. Okay, here we go. 154. Lots of air, and 1, 2, ready. So this exercise is all about the efficient use of your thumb on the left hand, okay? And the air, lots of fast air, support with the stomach muscles. Don't be afraid to play loud, okay? Go ahead and play out. Because if you don't, you try to tongue that second note if you're a beginner, and normally it's going to squeak and squawk, and that's no good. So that is 154. That was pretty straightforward. Once you get the technique and learn how to go from the low note to the high note, same fingering, except for the thumb. All right, so we go to 155, and we are playing a scale pattern in the key of C, and basically we're going by steps. We're going C, D, E, F, and then we start on the second degree of the scale, D, E, F, G, etc. All right, pretty easy until we get to the fourth measure, because that's when you're going to have to play the B natural. So make sure that you don't play B flat, all right? Remember that you can keep your right hand down for G. You can't do that for F, okay, because it makes the note flat and it makes it stuffy. So once you get to a G in the third measure, you can go ahead, actually in the fourth measure. After you play F in the fourth measure, put your right hand down the right hand part of B natural, which is this, all right? It'll take some practice. You'll probably have to play this in quarter notes first, and then you'll be able to play it in eighth notes and play it up to speed for your test. All right, so the easy part, the first three measures is simply this. Okay, pretty easy stuff. We're going to make sure that our fingers are nice and relaxed. So when we play a note that does not involve all of the fingers. We don't want to go like that. Relax, okay? That will come with time, but just try to make yourself relax so that the fingers are close to the tone holes. It'll make your life a lot easier. All right, so we go on. We look at the fourth measure. That's the hard measure, if there is a difficult measure. So we have F. Remember G, when we play G, we're going to put a right hand down. So when you go from A to B natural and you have your right hand down, the only part of B that you'll have to negotiate is your left hand, all right? This key right here, and the thumb, and the register key, and the first three, all right? That's what makes the clarinet a little more difficult than some of the other instruments, at first. All right, so we want to make this sound cohesive. We want to make it sound seamless. So we don't want to go that's usually what beginners do, which is okay at first, but if you'll play it in quarter notes, get it smooth, and then increase the speed, you'll be well on your way to being able to play this. So we go from the beginning and we play this. We'll play the first four measures. All right, and then the next measure will go C, B, A, G, and all we're going to do is release the left pinky to play C. So we go. This will make your life a lot easier. On that measure, play C, B. When you play A, keep the right hand down. And when you play G, keep the right hand down so you're not having to do this. All right, so the last measure of the first line, watch my right hand. All right, at first you can do that. Later on, you'll be able to do that without any problems. All right. And then the second line, we're simply going F, G, A, B again. So you're going to have that right hand down when you get to G. And then C, G, C. All right. So we set the metronome, I don't know, maybe 120. Let's see how fast that is. Let's do 110. All right. So let's play the first line in three measures. Here we go. And 1, 2, ready. Okay. And then we have what's called the arpeggio, which I think we've already learned. The arpeggio is a 1, 3, 5, 8. All right. First note of the scale, third note, fifth note, and then the octave above. So this is simply going to be. And that caps off the entire exercise. So I would suggest learning and practicing the C major scale before you tackle 155. It'll make it a lot easier. Get used to putting your right hand down, the right hand portion of B, when you play G. All right, not on F, because the F will sound like this. That's not good, and it won't work on E either. Only on G and above. Okay, so now we go back and we play the entire exercise. By all means, play this slower, all right? In fact, why don't we play it slower? Just a little bit, about 10 beats less a measure. Here we go. And 1, 2, ready. So this exercise is supposed to teach you how to play over the break smoothly, all right? And also how to play a C major scale in a different form, all right? You can transpose this to other keys once you have a little more experience. So learn the C scale. And then the arpeggio. And then play 155. I think you'll find it to be a lot easier. Relax your fingers. Make sure you've got a thumb rest pad so that you don't hurt your thumb. And just relax your whole body when you play. Because if you're tense, you're going to sound tense. And nothing will come out. All right, so just relax when you play. Keep the corners of the mouth firm. Keep the chin pulled down. Keep the clarinet out, not way out here, not way in here, because that affects the tone. If you have it way out here, it's or somewhere in the middle. Okay, so until next time, practice 154 going over from low to high. Memorize those fingerings because they'll come in handy later on. And then practice 155. I'm not sure, we won't do 156 in this lesson here. 156 is easy. I don't think you're going to need any help with that. So practice this and make sure that your reed is put on correctly. Just a small amount of black showing over the part. And you want to make sure that your ligature is down below the V. All right? That way the reed's going to vibrate more. Okay? So use lots of air, sit up straight, relax your body, and enjoy playing your clarinet. Until next time, keep on practicing.